practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Sign Then Drive event. 0 due at signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Tiguan and other select Volkswagen models.
In 8 days. El Clasico. Real Madrid, Barcelona on beIN Sports.
We are at Independence Park. Jamaica and Panama getting set to open up their World Cup qualifying accounts. First round of CONCACAF between Jamaica and Panama next on beIN Sports.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Sign Then Drive event. 0 due at signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select Volkswagen models.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than a million years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Here's something to shout from the mountaintop. Cricket's plans start at $35 a month after $5 auto-pay credit, with more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Alucinante. By design. Seduciendo. By design. This game is brought to you in part by Ford, Cricket, and Coors Light.
We are in Kingston, Jamaica as we start off CONCACAF World Cup qualifying for Russia 2018 here on beIN Sports. Jamaica getting set to square off against Panama here at Independence Park on what is a hot and humid night. Normal conditions for Kingston, Jamaica though. As we're about to get underway here, Gino Fuentes alongside Matteo Bonetti. Two teams coming into this particular match struggling just a bit. Jamaica, losers of 3 of their last 4 contests, including a 3-0 defeat to Korea in their last outing. Panama, losers of 4 in a row coming into this, both trying to turn things around and gain some early momentum in the CONCACAF push.
Absolutely, Gino. The dream of Russia 2018 starts here as we take a look at the lineup for experienced manager Vinny Schaefer. Barnes and Maddox will lead the line in this 4-4-2. It's going to be Mariapa Morgan, Hector Lawrence on the back, and watch out for Giles Barnes, the Houston Dynamo man. And meanwhile for Panama, Blas Perez will be leading the line. It's Jose Calderon in between the pipes, not Jaime Pinedo. Machado, Baloy, Dixon, and Enriquez, the back 4, and then a few technical midfielders have been experimenting with a 4-5-1 in practices leading up to this match here in Kingston, Panama. Obviously trying to play more emphasis in the midfield, trying to stifle Jamaica's possession game here at home, as they will be expected to hold onto a majority of the possession, Gino. But more importantly for Jamaica, they were hardly convincing in that 2-legged affair against Nicaragua, where they lost 3-2 at home and then had to go to Nicaragua to win 2-0. To get to this point, it was a very tight affair, and throughout large portions of both matches, Gino, Nicaragua looked like the better side.
And that's what Jamaica is dealing with. The Reggae Boys coming into this matchup without their head coach, Winfred Schaefer, suspended for 1 match. Miguel Coley will be the man in charge on the bench here as the 2 captains for either side. Felipe Boloy and Rudolph Alston meeting at the center of the pitch. Your head official for tonight, Mexican official crew, Robert Garcia Orozco, will be the man in charge with the whistle. This should be an interesting affair, Mateo. We mentioned that both of them not playing their best coming in, but they do need to get off to a good start here in Group B.
Absolutely, and perhaps a bit long gone now, the golden generation of Panama, but do they have what it takes to qualify for the World Cup? We know how difficult it is in CONCACAF, so much parity across the board, and right now playing in hostile territory. And for Jamaica, a lot of these players apply their trade either in North America or in England throughout the various divisions. A few players with Premier League experience, a few others playing in the second division, the Championship in England. And right now, Jamaica have really done well at the back. It is a solid and physical back line, very athletic going forward, and the two MLS strikers in Maddox and Giles Barnes to lead the line with a midfield with several of those that can really play the box-to-box role, get forward, and also help out on the defensive end. And Rudy Austin being one of them. Also the creativity and flair from Joby McAnuff, the 34-year-old veteran. There's plenty of skill from these Reggae boys, and we saw it as well in the Copa America. The group stage, they show that they can go toe-to-toe with any opposition.
Perhaps the biggest improvement in this Jamaican squad over the past year or so has been their defense. They've been very adept at keeping the opposition to 2 goals, 1 goal. They've been doing really well in that part, and it's aided them usually, or rather I should say historically, Jamaica has a history of giving up goals very fast, very athletic. And we'll see if they can take advantage of that today. We are underway here at Independence Park. Panama in the all-red kits going left to right on your screen. Jamaica in the yellow tops, the black shorts, the yellow socks going right to left. The Reggae boys, it's Jamaica and Panama here. Once again, Gino Fuentes alongside Mateo Bonetti. You're in Kingston, Jamaica. You mentioned that golden generation for Panama, Mateo. This is probably by all accounts their last chance with this generation to make any push for a World Cup. The country has never reached the World Cup, and it's been an elusive goal for the past 10, 15 years or so with this quote-unquote golden generation that seems to be really coming to a close. Blas Perez, and well, Blas Perez is the key figure among them, 38 years of age, 34 years of age, still playing at a high level with FC Dallas, but how long can that continue, really? Luis Tejada, also another striker who's missing this contest with a 2-match ban from the Mexico match at the end of the Gold Cup, also advanced in age, and those are their 2 best players going forward.
Now let's see the kind of service that Panama do provide for Blas Perez. An excellent goal-to-game ratio, 38 goals at the international level and just under 100 caps.
And as you see, Costa Rica, Haiti getting underway as well. We'll keep you updated on that throughout the match. If there are any goals, we'll bring those to you. We'll bring you the replays or any key plays that may occur in that contest.
It was Vinny Schaefer, Gino, that said that Jamaica could win so many matches through the set piece every single time that they're able to line up behind a free kick. Have so many tall players who can get forward and really dominate in the air. Michael Hector being one of them. Wasn't too impressed with him in those 2 legs against Nicaragua. Let's see if he's gotten past that. Michael Hector, the 23-year-old from Reading. As we mentioned, that link between one of these Jamaican players being born overseas in England.
Battle for possession right now, going back and forth. This is going to be awarded to Panama on the play. Well, in the 13 counters between these 2 countries, Jamaica has often come up on the short end of the stick. In fact, since their first matchup in November of 1969, just 2 victories for this Jamaican squad against Panama. Otherwise, a long list of failures. And really only in the last few years has Jamaica really started putting talent on the pitch. They do have that 1 World Cup appearance. But overall, in qualifying over the years, 98 matches played, 36 wins, 36 losses, and 26 draws. So they've been sort of right down the middle, 500 all the way through. right now, working the possession. He's in the middle of the park, spreading this around. Aloy on the ball now, 44 years of age, playing his soccer at Atlas these days in Mexico. There's Richard Dixon, 23-year-old, sends this one up the pitch, but bounces off his intended target, and Panama now forced into defensive mode. And that's one of the weaknesses right there that Miguel Coley, the assistant coach, recognized from his squad. On one-on-ones, Jamaica just not really up to snuff, particularly on the wings. They do have the speed and the athleticism, but not really the technical skill.
Well, take a look at the speed and athleticism for Jamaica, the way they're closing down the spaces, that high pressure, trying to limit the time on the ball to a technical Panama side that likes to keep possession. Oh, they fare in this very physical contest. You saw right there the challenge coming in. Alberto Quintero, just a little nudge into it. Gareth McCleary, a lot of those midfielders for Jamaica, so industrious. They will work to track back, help out the defense. Even Giles Barnes, see him tracking back to the midfield, trying to kickstart the attack.
So a free kick opportunity now for Los Canaleros. One sent right to the top of the 18-yard box, headed back. This match, by the way, is having an impact on the MLS playoffs. There's a loose ball here is corralled. There are a number of players, particularly Kamar Lawrence of the New York Red Bulls, Javon Watson, and Blas Perez of FC Dallas, who are involved in this contest, one for either side. They will be missing the first leg of their respective encounters. To the midfield now, Quintero pushing forward. Ball sent up front. Blas Perez trying to get back to the ball, but can't quite get there.
Yeah, plenty of pace there. Kamar Lawrence closing down the space. A bit of a heavy touch in for Blas Perez, trying to release him. But Kamar Lawrence closes down the space so quickly and gets there right before Blas Perez. Older legs for the number 7, the 34-year-old from FC Dallas. And then the clear foul push off in the back of the very speedy Kamar Lawrence. But once again, that's what makes it so difficult to play against the Reggae Boys, the way they close down those spaces. They don't give you much time on the ball. This sort of physical style, very much their brand of football.
We're also keeping an eye on Guatemala and Trinidad and Tobago starting their second half just now. And again, if we have any updates in that one, we'll keep you updated. It's the CONCACAF World Cup qualification process here on beIN Sports. Round 1 action getting underway. One is sent up the park. Finds its way all the way to the other side of the pitch. Jose Calderon, 30 years old, is for Platense. Goalkeeper is going to take his time with this one. Mondo Cooper pushing it forward for Pimentel, but turned over by Jamaica. Let's see if they can keep possession here. This one put out of play. We'll stay with the Reggae Boys. Wes Morgan, the 31-year-old defender from Leicester City. Leicester City having a pretty decent start to the season in the EPL, and Wes Morgan has been credited with a big part of that defensively.
Pretty decent. It's been one of the best stories, Gino, in the top 5 European leagues. Incredible work there from Claudio Ranieri.
McAnuff trying to get on the ball there. Can't stay on it, though. Now, Pimentel getting involved along the sideline. He's 24 years of age, Pimentel. Blas Perez, the veteran, gets shoved down from behind, and that's going to draw a free kick.
Look here, Blas Perez playing with his back to goal. A little bit too much from behind. It's from the captain, Rudy Austin, the midfield enforcer. He's the one that will stay back when all the other ones go forward. Ex-Leeds United man, now plays at Brøndby. Left Leeds in the championship. So much experience at the international level. 84 caps for Rudy Austin.
This one sent in over the top, just a bit too high, drifts into the waiting hands of Dwayne Kerr, and Kerr gets it back out into the field of play in a hurry. Making their way up the sideline. Giles Barnes, there's too much speed, not enough control there, turns it over. Panama with a chance to counter here. Defense, though, staying in position for the Reggae Boys. Javon Watson now works this to the outside. Mintel and McAnuff going at it there on the sidelines. Going to be a matchup to keep an eye on throughout the contest. And Dario Gomez. Blas Perez never gets back to that one. Coming up on 10 minutes gone here in Kingston. Still waiting for our first goal.
Very well done, Wes Morgan. Great anticipation there, just reading the pass, cutting it out before it arrives to the foot of Blas Perez. He's been in great form, hasn't he? Wes Morgan, alongside the much younger Michael Hector. That is quite the tandem at the back in front of Dwayne Kerr, a goalkeeper that will take risks. Seen it before, sometimes a bit unnecessary, and can put his side in a pretty perilous situation. We have so much pace as well, though. Jamaica out wide. See Kamara Lawrence getting forward. Mariappa, the Cleary. Love creating that width.
But in addition to that pace, they do have some muscle. Really, the only area where they're truly lacking is in the technical skill department. It's been played out to the wing, Panama. Sending this one forward, trying to get Blas Perez involved. And once again, battle between Wes Morgan and Blas Perez rages on here in the corner. The shoving match. And eventually the referee has to put a stop to it.
Both players really going into these meaty challenges. Saw the elbow extended. Blas Perez trying to push off Wes Morgan. A hulking center back, just trying to hold off the veteran striker, and referee had seen enough. He was pinned down to a corner, Wes Morgan. You see Blas Perez not shying away from that contact. That's going to be a very interesting matchup to keep your eyes on throughout this match.
You know, like any national team coach, Vinny Schaefer has come under criticism for not playing more of the homegrown talent, more of the players from the league. And like many a coach, usually, especially when playing for a country the size of Jamaica, where the league is not as developed, well, he wants his players to earn call-ups to European leagues. And that's a reason why many of his players are playing abroad. He says that the local league doesn't really do a very good job in getting players ready for international play. Can't argue with the results. Jamaica having one of their best stretches in recent times. But you hear a lot of that from the likes of Jurgen Klinsmann as well with the United States national team. And a chance here. That came oh so close to going the way of the Reggae Boys. Darren Maddox bearing down there, and Darren Maddox is one to watch. He has scored in Jamaica's last 4 competitive games.
Look to be clearly offside, though. They're going to look for Darren Maddox. Let's take another. Oh, yeah, just slightly offside. You see that left foot of his in an offside position. Couldn't get by. It's Richard Dixon. Was the man that got him off and was looking to play that pace up front. Jamaica, those midfielders will launch a lot of those through balls, but what we saw in that two-legged affair against Nicaragua, Gino, so many crosses in, trying to exploit Jamaica's size advantage. Probably see that here today. It is the style that Vinny Schaefer wants to employ. As they get forward, just whip the cross in.
Then forward again. Trying to release Pimentel up there, top of the formation. Blas Perez a lone striker, but you'll see a lot of players come up from the midfield to help for Panama. That one out of play. We do have some further contests for you in this international break. USA taking on Trinidad and Tobago, a new generation with the same goal, World Cup qualification. Join us here pittside in Trinidad and Tobago as the USA looks to tame the Soca Warriors. That coming your way Tuesday on the 17th, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You come up on the 15-minute mark here in Independence Park. This one finds the waiting arms of Jose Calderon, and he'll take his time putting it back into play. It's going to be interesting to see how Panama approaches this. Luis Tejada, usually a big offensive focus for Los Canaleros, still missing with that 2-game suspension from the Gold Cup. And now Armando Cooper, one of the players charged with providing some more offense, sends this one in off the hands of Dwayne Kerr, but he does keep it under control.
That was great work, Armando Cooper. Lovely little feint to his left and cuts it back out wide to send the cross in, but reacted very quickly, Dwayne Kerr. There was no one in his immediate vicinity. Just needed that ball to fly into that far corner where did have Blas Perez waiting at the far post, ready to pounce, but quick reflexes there. Dwayne Kerr just reading the flight of the ball and comes out to safely snatch it away from the air.
Speaking of Blas Perez, this is his 99th cap for the national team. So Tuesday, if he were to play again, would be a nice round number for the veteran. It'll be his 100th cap with the national team. Leads all forwards on the current call-up.
And so much experience as well for Blas Perez. When you take a look at his career, Gino, has really been everywhere. Really started out being prolific at Centauros, then moved to Deportivo Cali, followed a move to Hércules, team in Spain. That has bounced around in La Liga and La Segunda as well, and ever since then, various loans to Pachuca, Al Wasl, now playing at FC Dallas, where he has quite a formidable goal-to-game ratio.
FC Dallas in the midst of the MLS playoffs right now. They'll have to do the first leg without Blas Perez, of course, here with the national team. That FC Dallas squad is very, very talented, aside from Blas, and didn't have too much trouble in that first leg. Armando Cooper turning this one around. 27 years of age. Plays locally for Árabe Unido. Right now, Darren Maddox not getting many chances. They're doing a good job of keeping it away from him. And that is the danger man going forward these days for Jamaica. Fed into the open space. Blas turns around. Well defended.
Fine cross there, Adolfo Machado getting forward on that right-hand side. He sees the run from Blas Perez, who gets right in front of Michael Hector. There's the run. What a ball that is as well, and settles that first time. Doesn't take the shot on the volley. Would have been quite a skill from that angle, and then just gets closed down by Michael Hector. It's that extra touch, Gino, which allows Michael Hector to make the interception, headed away from the danger zone.
Panama again working the flanks here. Chance to fire one on net for Armando Cooper. It's blocked. Comes right back to Cooper. Cooper has another go. Just wide.
Sometimes so tough for the goalkeepers, those low bouncing shots with plenty of pace behind him, and luckily for Dwayne Kerr, that wasn't in between the pipes. It's difficult for the goalkeepers to judge the trajectory of the ball After it takes that bounce right in front of them. Always hear it.
These two teams pretty evenly matched if you want to compare FIFA rankings as well. 61 and 65th in the world. Right now, Panama shredding the center midfield of Jamaica. Back inside to Cooper. Cooper's been the focal point in the center of the park for Panama. Foley looking on. Perhaps making mental notes, seeing what he could change. This match, though, still in its early stages. McAnuff. It's forward, trying to keep Maddox involved here. Maddox makes a move to the right, but you saw that second defender focused in there to cut him off.
Haven't really been in control so far, the home side. Matter of fact, it's been Panama creating the more dangerous opportunities. That last one through Blas Perez. Sending the fullbacks forward even though they're in hostile territory. Showing a willingness to attack Panama. Right now, all those midfielders are able to keep control of the ball. They're able to swing the ball around and just try to find Blas Perez into a good position in and around the box.
Panama creeping forward. Pimentel tried a fancy back heel, looking for Cooper, but never finds its intended target. Mariapa sends this one up the pitch, and I think Darren Maddox just took a shot to the jaw there, holding his nose. Well, it is hot and humid out there. Perhaps Jamaica playing a little rope-a-dope, trying to tire out Panama, although I doubt it. They do seem fairly settled in their defensive shape. Cooper. Over to Beloy. Machado. Now you can see the forwards for Jamaica starting to give some chase here. Back out wide, trying to send this one up the flanks. Chance here into the box. Pimentel settles it, shoots for the far post, just misses.
Had two options there. Pimentel at the near post, and then Blas Perez making the run to the far post and decides to go short. And then Blas Perez just trying to make the room, but didn't look like there really was an angle for that pass. And just going for goal is Valentin Pimentel. Narrow angle though, trying to hit that far bottom corner, keeping it low and really driving it with plenty of pace behind it. It's covered well though by Kemar Lawrence. Blas Perez, it's the man that they're always looking to target once they do get forward. Panama into the final third.
Dwayne Kirk sends this up the pitch, 2/3 of the way. Headed out along the far sideline.
Really unable to hold possession so far. 22 minutes in, and Jamaica having trouble stringing together 2-3 passes in a row. Putting Charles Barnes and Darren Maddox into a good position to take a crack on Jose Calderon, the goalkeeper.
Remember, this is just the first round of action here in Group B, a group that also contains Costa Rica and Haiti. Jamaica will play Haiti on Tuesday. Costa Rica will travel to Panama. Right now, the Reggae boys coming forward. McAnuff pulls it back. Sends the cross into the box. Too many Panamanian defenders in the way, though. Maddox comes back to meet the ball, and he picks up a foul.
That's a bit better now from the Reggae boys, able to send the fullback forward. You saw Kamar Lawrence linking up with Joby McAnuff there on that left-hand side and looking to send that cross in. That's snuffed out by Panama. That's what they need, Jamaica. Second they lose possession, everyone hounding on the man in possession, closing down those spaces.
Back underway here. Just in case you're unfamiliar with how this works at this stage in qualifying, it's pretty simple. 3 groups, A, B, and C, 4 teams per group. The top 2 teams in each group go to the final hexagonal. And that will determine your final teams to advance from CONCACAF to the World Cup.
It's really going to be a tough group, isn't it, this Group B? Costa Rica, Panama, Haiti, and Jamaica. We know Haiti, that flair that they do possess, great individual talent. Obviously, Costa Rica, one of the tougher teams to beat in CONCACAF. This is going to be a group where really you can choose any 2 teams, just pick from a straw. It's so difficult to predict, Gino.
No dominant team really in this group. They're all sort of grouped in the same FIFA ranking, in the same rank in the Confederation as well. It's going to be any given day kind of group. As this one lost in the midfield, this will turn back over to Panama. In case you're unfamiliar with the setup of the other groups, Group A contains Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador, and Canada. No easy walk there either. As for the U.S., perhaps the easiest road in the 3 groups. They get Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who they beat 6-1 earlier tonight, and Guatemala in that group as well. And I'm hearing we have a goal in the Guatemala-Costa Rica game. Christian Gamboa. Let's see if we can get those images to you in just a moment. Here's a look at the play. Christian Gamboa with the goal. Loose ball. Goalkeeper unable to handle it. Costa Rica out in front. Los Ticos in the lead.
That's the fullback getting forward. Just the parry from the goalkeeper. This shot from just the edge of the box. Nice little combination from Costa Rica. A lot of power behind that one, but there the goalkeeper has to do better. I believe that's Johnny Placide in between the pipes for Haiti. What a clever combination that is. And then Gamboa just there to pick up the scraps, and already has the goalkeeper going to ground. Fairly routine finish.
This one fed into the box for the Reggae boys. Wes Morgan chasing it down on the other side. Loose ball, Pimentel on it right now. And he secures it for Los Canaleros. Hard header there, Blas Perez feeling the effects. About halfway through the first period here. Panama on the ball the majority of the first 25 minutes or so. Jamaica has had a few forays forward, but they appear to be biding their time. Over the top again, Pimentel trying to outrun Kerr to the ball. Kerr gets there first. Jamaica runners up at the 2015 CONCACAF Gold Cup, champion of the 2014 Caribbean Cup. Panama third place in that Gold Cup. Settled by Machado, the 30-year-old Saprissa man, over to Pimentel. Pimentel's been all over the pitch here in the first 27 minutes or so. Loose ball, still battling for possession. Gomez gets a touch to it, sent forward again. There's Pimentel. And it's funny because he's listed as a holding midfielder in the formations given to us prior to the match. He's been everywhere from the top of the formation to back with the defenders. Aloy. Cooper dispossessed. Chance for the Reggae Boys to capitalize here. Austin on the ball. Marauding midfielder centers it, gets it to Javon Watson, who sprays it out wide. Mariapa forward into the 18-yard box and finally cleared away by Panama.
Have to be more careful in possession. Panama given away cheaply, leads to the short field, but then we saw that was Austin, under Rudy Austin. He doesn't pull the trigger right away. Doesn't like his option.
And this one is called offside. Darren Maddox thought he had broken through. Here it is again. Yep, too far ahead of the play.
Clearly offside. Linesman, good spot to see it. Doesn't even think about it. Flag goes up right away. Going back to that play, Austin had two men inside the box, decides to pull it back instead of just whipping it in. That is the main strength, Gino, for Jamaica. Those headers, once those crosses do come in, they'll try to keep a steady stream going from both wide positions. Love sending the fullbacks forward.
The Reggae Boys, one of the better CONCACAF stories of the summer. Sure, they went down to Copa America. They lost all three of their matches, but 1-0 in all those matches, and they acquitted themselves a lot better than many people thought. Again, both these teams ran into Mexico in the Gold Cup, and Gold Cup champions Mexico, speaking of them, they will continue their World Cup quest, and they chase their first road win under new coach Juan Carlos Osorio. We'll have touchline reports and the full match live when El Tri travel to Honduras on Tuesday. And again, that'll be at 5:30 p.m. Eastern on beIN Sports. 30 minutes gone now. Still a feeling out process between these two squads. Hey, we're hearing there's a goal in the Trinidad matchup. Kaleem Highland getting the goal in that contest. We'll get those images to you in just a moment. Okay, so here's a look at the goal. Guatemala and Trinidad and Tobago in the second half at this point. There it is. A shot to the far post, and Trinidad and Tobago out in front.
No questions about the goalkeeper here, Gino. Looks like it took a deflection, this shot from Island. Yeah. Take that deflection, just knock it right into that bottom far corner. And in our match right here, Jamaica, Panama, things getting a bit out of hand. Complaining up with the foul on Armando Cooper, the midfielder. Let's see if we can get a replay and see exactly what happened. Right now, it is quite a tussle, and the referee has to make sure that this game doesn't get out of hand so early into the contest. A fairly clean match so far, but so much at stake, and you're bound to see tempers flaring, a lot of tough challenges going in.
You can see a good job there by Felipe Baloy, the captain, pulling his teammates out of the mix.
Yep, that's what he's there for, but the player that is down is number 11, Armando Cooper, the 27-year-old who is an Árabe Unido domestically in Panama. Referee just telling everyone, calm down.
It's a good chance for a water break. We'll get a yellow card here on Austin.
And we know we've seen Rudy Austin, Gino, through the years, and he's not a malicious player. He is that hard man in the midfield. He's not going to shy away from a challenge. So take a look here at what exactly happened. Well, you saw that he's swinging around his arms. Was there contact though with that elbow? No, there's no contact there. Armando Cooper makes a meal out of it. It is dangerous play, though, from Rudy Austin. And you can see even Blas Perez telling him, we all saw the elbow swung around, and had that made contact, Gino,
that's a big man.
that would have been quite dangerous for Armando Cooper. So you can see that Panama players definitely do have a reason to take exception, just wildly swinging the arms like that. Obviously looking for the contact there, Austin. A bit naughty from the captain. Definitely not the kind of behavior you want to see from the man who's your vocal leader on the pitch.
Well, there is an intensity issue right now. Jamaica haven't been the better of these two sides, at least not through the first 33 minutes. Would imagine both these sides trying to break through for the first goal of the contest in the conditions. It is very, very humid out there. Caribbean conditions, although it should not affect Panama. Even closer to the equator. Loose ball. Morgan goes over to put it out of play and allow everyone to get back into their defensive positions. So Adolfo Machado getting set to what looks to be a long throw-in attempt into the 18-yard box, and in fact into the 6-yard box, and not too far off.
What a header that would have been. It's Pimentel, and who's shown himself throughout the pitch, but this time it's a long throw-in, almost like a corner kick, and then just trying that backwards header as he was right in between two defenders.
Small heart attacks along that defensive line for Jamaica.
That one really would have caught Dwayne Kerr by surprise, but it just chips it right over the crossbar. It's not too far off, though, from Pimentel. It's a fine chance for Panama.
The one issue this Jamaican side has had is consistently getting goals. And they're finding it hard to even get possession right now.
Second time we've seen this today, Gino, holding on to possession way too long, right in front of that back line. We see how quick the Jamaican players are to pounce, and nearly given away, and that would have been a very short field going one-on-one against Jose Calderon. Need to be more responsible in that area. Just get rid of the ball. Don't take that extra touch. No need to mess around. Just get it up the field.
In the center of the park. Aloy. Move this one forward, and again, Kurt will have an opportunity to take his time with it. Not even sure what you do if you're Jamaica. Got your players out there, your first choice squad. Just ineffective. Giles Barnes and Darren Maddox have been starved for most of the first half. While Panama, on the other side, is having success in finding Blas Perez. Blas Perez has not been in a position to get a shot off in most instances. Turned over again, McAnuff. Full head of steam going forward. Really caught up and dispossessed by Gabriel Gomez. And Pimentel.
What a challenge that is. Plenty of meat behind that one, right on Pimentel.
Kamar Lawrence with the sliding tackle.
Nothing dirty about that, just a very hard challenge there. Gets all the ball.
One of three members of this Jamaican side to apply their trade in the MLS. Pimentel. Well, I should say. Quintero out on the wing. Forward, now Pimentel on the ball. Pimentel looking for a shot. Chooses to lay it off to Gomez. Gomez over the top. Blas Perez. This one's put out of play by the defender, Wes Morgan.
It's fine movement there, Blas Perez. He asked for the ball, turned around, made the run in between the two defenders. They're just trying to chest it down and take it on the volley. Lovely little chip over the defender, right into stride. He had Wes Morgan beat by 1 or 2 steps, but that chested down allows Morgan to get back in position and get it away. It's a fine run, though, real poacher's instinct from Blas Perez.
So a corner kick now, Armando Cooper to take it. For Panama, far post, saved by Kerr, and then quickly swept away by the Panamanian defense, or I should say the Jamaican defense.
Felipe Baloy on the header, near post, heads it down. Doesn't try to go for the top corner, just trying to push it down, and Dwayne Kerr, it's a big frame, but he gets it all down in time and has that near post covered.
Watson Gets a touch to it. It's cleared away. Panama once again keeping the pressure on here at the end of the first half. Watson loses it out of play. Here's another look at the corner.
That's a well-taken corner. Swinging to the outside, the header coming in from Baloy. It's at that near post, but still has a lot to do, Dwayne Kerr, to get down and cover that angle. And luckily for Jamaica, he has a defender ready to sweep the ball away. So many times with those parries that are so short, only a few yards in front of the goalkeeper, you see that second attempt by the opposition to comfortably get it by the goalkeeper.
Darren Maddox approaching Calderon in net to put some pressure on him. Back out into the field of play. Baloy sends a long ball forward. Blas Perez gets ahead to it. Ball finally settles for Enrique. Over the top, looking for Blas Perez again. Blas Perez with a touch to get it over the defender. Pimentel forward for Blas Perez. Perhaps offside. It looked to be the case. He's looking over at the sideline official. Here it is again.
First touch, I think they're... Yeah, it is offside. Almost dangerous play as well. The high boot from Blas Perez nearly catching the face of the defender, Kamar Lawrence. It was offside. Called 2 fouls though.
Still plenty of action left to go here on this international break weekend. And we have another goal from Trinidad. We'll get a look at that in just a moment. Still scoreless here in Independence Park. Karen Johns getting the goal for Trinidad and Tobago on the road here. And a beautiful goal at that on the volley.
That's Kenwyn Jones, Gino. Big experience, number 9. It was great to watch at the Gold Cup. Lovely delivery into big Kenwyn. And then how about that for a finish? That is world class with the right boot.
Kenwyn Jones, sorry. Mariapa pulls down the player. He's going to get a yellow card for this. It's an obvious pull down. No card. Keeps it in his pocket. What do you think, Mateo?
Oh, he's pulling him back. You saw grabbing onto the kid as the player had blown right by him. It's always going to be whistled a foul. Anytime you make that motion and grab onto the kit, extend both those arms forward and pull back, the referee's in a good position. It's going to be a foul, more tactile foul this time, but sets up this very dangerous set-piece opportunity.
Just outside the 18-yard box here.
It's going to be swung in, very tight angle to go for goal, but you never know.
Cooper on the free kick, far post, and a beautiful strike from just outside the 18. It doesn't get much prettier than this. Panama, Los Canaleros, ahead at Independence Park.
Well, it's nearly an impossible angle, but the impossible comes true here in Kingston. What a set piece that is. Dwayne Kerr expecting the ball to be floated in, all the options getting forward, the defenders all muddled inside the box, but going right for goal. Take a look at that. That is world class from the set piece. Excellent outside of the box. It's the narrowest of angles. And Dwayne Kerr, the goalkeeper, absolutely bamboozled. He didn't expect it to be going to the far post, still had everything to do. What a goal. And it's Armando Cooper, the midfielder, finds the top corner. And from that position, almost impossible, Gino. was saying before the kick was taken, surely he's not going to go for a goal. I think Dwayne Kerr was thinking the exact same thing.
The audacity it takes to go far post with a guy the size of Kerr in net with that kind of an angle. Wow. What a way to get the scoring started.
Oh, it is audacious, and there's a little flair of superstardom there in that boot of Armando Cooper.
Well then. So 1-0 here. Panama. We're going to break a 4-match winless run.
Gino, the last few matches, though, this Jamaica side has looked so different than the one that we saw at both the Copa America and then the Gold Cup to a certain extent.
And they've had a few defenders miss out, creating some inconsistencies in defense.
Oh, still, I think with this current starting 11, Gino, really look like they're underperforming at home. It's been Panama, the side that's looked most threatening.
We invite you to stay tuned. At the end of the first half, the Volkswagen halftime show coming your way. We'll get you updated on all that's going on around CONCACAF and CONMEBOL, including some halftime highlights from this matchup. Got to see that Armando Cooper free kick again. And we'll get another look at that Kenwin Jones volley goal from Trinidad and Tobago. Just the one goal here thus far, although the Reggae Boys with a chance from the free kick right now. Off the one-man wall. Skied, looks like
how's that not a handball?
Oh, the officials didn't catch it. The crowd heard it. 2 minutes to be added on here at the end of the first half. Let's get another look at this one.
Oh, the ball's floated into the air, and there's another foul from earlier. Over the top. But this is what we really want to take a look at, Gino. What a free kick that was. Nearly impossible angle, has everything to do. The goalkeeper in a central position. Almost looks like Dwayne Kerr reacts late as well. He's never expecting that one to go for that top corner.
He was shocked.
Incredible. But had so much pace behind it, got all of his angles right, the pace, the placement, the curve, everything was there. He couldn't have struck it any better. That is as good a free kick as you will ever see in international football. Absolutely incredible.
Still a minute left to go here in stoppage time. Pretty much all Panama here in the first half. Cooper with a chance to make it 2. Into the box, loose ball, shot for the near post, rather tame.
Oh, it was the right idea. Just that little nudge back, but trying to go for that side-footed finish and doesn't get enough behind it. Either way, it's right into the path this time of Dwayne Kerr. Just trying to get Blas Perez involved. He's been in really good position so far. I've really enjoyed watching his movement to try to confuse those Jamaican defenders and get by them, but just hasn't really been able to get that clear-cut opportunity to take a shot at the goalkeeper. And we know that once he does, has a very good goal ratio. Clinical striker, Blas Perez.
Barnes coming back deep into the midfield to get involved here for Jamaica. Loose ball. Panama trying to win possession. Rudy Austin secures the ball for Jamaica, and that's going to do it for the first half here. Panama with a brilliant free kick from Armando Cooper, and that is the difference so far.
Panama's been the better side here in Kingston, no doubt about it. And we saw a wonder goal that will surely make the rounds all over the world.
Take a break. We'll be back with more. You're watching Jamaica Panama on beIN Sports.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Sign Then Drive event. 0 do-it signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select Volkswagen models.
Now get data access plus unlimited talk and text to and from Mexico and the U.S. and Canada and the U.S. Included on plans starting at $45 a month after $5 autopay credit. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
We are red, white, and blue. We are one nation. We are one team. We are united. The U.S. national soccer team World Cup qualifiers are here on beIN Sports.
The stars play here. Beckham, captain of Great Britain and Ireland. Zidane, captain of the rest of the world. UNICEF Match for Children, an international friendly for charity. Tomorrow on beIN Sports.
Only one network gives you more options in sports. beIN Sports. The best football in the world. La Liga from Spain. Serie A from Italy. Ligue 1 from France. The Capital One Cup, the Football League Championship from England. And the CONCACAF and CONMEBOL qualifiers. International fights, boxing championships. The most important tennis tournaments with the top-ranking superstars. All the adrenaline of SBK Superbike and Rallycross. The best rugby of the planet. Aviva Premiership, RBA Six Nations, and Guinness Pro 12. Cycling, major competitions in Europe, and much more. The most comprehensive coverage of international sports is beIN Sports.